Happy Friday, big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right. Listen, I got to tell you, I know not everybody is a part of our company in here, but I get a lot of you are. I got to give you big shout outs. You are creating a movement, ladies and gentlemen. So I love it. Congratulations to you. And um, we got a big call over in just a minute, and just as soon as we leave the coach's corner. But before we do, I don't know if Tia Lemasters is on, but Tia, we hope you have an amazing birthday. Happy Friday. Happy birthday. So, Joan Klein gave us our wacky word Friday, and it's Nerf. I called Andrea because Andrea's in like Germany. We'll find out where she's at exactly. She's like, where's Waldo in the world? I'll call her, it's because time zone difference. I'll call her. I'm like, where are you at today? I can't keep up. And then she says a word like I know where it's at. It's like this little small town in Germany, like I'm supposed to know where it's at. So I can't even pronounce it, but that's a different story. Nerf is the word. I called her today. I said, so like Nerf gun, like a Nerf gun, Nerf football, Nerf. Joan Klein, here it is for you. It's playful. It's a made up word, often used to describe a feeling of being mentally tangled up. Let me ask you a question this week. Have you been tangled up any this week? Overwhelmed, frustrated, stuck in a state of confusion? Maybe you feel like your brain is like this ball of Christmas lights, all discombobulated and turned in all different. Arlene, have you ever felt that way? Well, we've all probably had those Nerf moments, you know? I know I have. I have this week. Matter of fact, I did yesterday. It's crazy. So here's the Nerf moments in our life. When your to-do list is longer than the hours you got and you just have to go to sleep with a how many of you despise going to sleep with a to-do list that hasn't been checked off? Ooh, that's Andrew. Oh, I didn't say that, Andrew. So yeah, to-do list. Sometimes you just had got to go to sleep and get up the next day and figure it out, right? What about when technology, this is why I got out of, did I ever tell you guys I was a computer programmer at one point? I got out of that because when technology decides not to cooperate, man, do you feel like a intertwined ball of Christmas lights? What about when life throws you curveballs before lunch? You know, when you're trying to solve a problem and you just can't seem to find the right step. So I got to tell you a quick one before I turn it to Andrea. So I'm doing a real estate deal, and I get this thing that comes in from my accountant, my CPA, that says they need this document signed. Pretty easy thing, print it out, right? Sign it, send it back in. I bet I did it 15 times before every time I'd send it back in, they're like, yep, that's not good enough. We can't read it. It's not. eh, Man, was it frustrating. Pat Ogden, I had to go to my inner zen and go, Brent, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Right? Have you ever felt that way? So I was having a Nerf moment yesterday. Here's why it matters. Everyone experiences moments of confusion, like you're overwhelmed. Maybe it's something that just happened that really sets you off. The difference between those who like stay in that moment, you stay stuck in that. I do a lot, I'll admit. And those who move forward, like it's not the absence of nerve, it's the ability to untangle it. Like you're just going to find ways around it, right? And what's amazing when I study like people that's had massive amounts of success in life, they've done amazing works, is when they're having nerve moments, you'll never know it. Maybe it's a nerve moment in their finance, you'll never know it. Maybe it's a nerve moment in their business and it's kind of going backwards as they're trying to move it like this, you'll never know it. Maybe it's a moment in their relationship where the significant other has set you off, but you find ways to never let them know it, right? And you just circumvent back to the middle of the road. So you find ways to untangle it without the world knowing it. And man, do I have a challenge doing that, right? I don't know about you. So progress, here's what I put to end today. Progress rarely comes from having all the answers. We just don't. It comes from taking the next step. Even when it feels messy, even when it feels tangled up, it's taking the next step through those nerve moments in life. So, Andrew Rosser from Germany, tell us where you're at. I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson, Coach. And we are in Stuttgart, and I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce it. And I don't expect you to know where it is on the map. I'm not sure I know where it is on the map, but I'm here. And today was the Porsche Museum, and we saw every Porsche on the planet, and got to
Listen, we're not
look
feeling
at
too
all the
sorry for
things.
you, just so you know. I got to say this. Like, go check out Andrea's Facebook. She's driving a Porsche around Germany yesterday.
I
Like,
did drive
you
a
know,
Porsche around Germany yesterday. That was pretty awesome.
she's
That
telling me
I
how hard she's working over there with the team, what all she's doing. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it in your stories. Kind of looks like a vacation, but okay. All
yesterday, hey, we all deserve a vacation.
right.
And we can take one. And don't get tangled up about it because we might have to nerf or something. I don't know. Okay, I didn't use the word right, but we tried. Um, it's been phenomenal. Yesterday was really exciting with this Porsche. It started out in one of those nerf moments because I didn't think we were actually going to get a rental car. When I was talking to the front desk at the hotel, the guy went, I think you've been scammed. And I went, oh no, like I just threw away money because they just didn't show up. I was supposed to meet them at 9 and there was nobody there. But then it all worked out. So the lights untangled themselves. So it was very exciting. And we did get to drive a very fun car. I was a little nervous. It had a little bit more power than I'm used to, but I did enjoy changing lanes in it. I had a lot of fun and I appreciated when we were driving on I, it looked like a freeway. I don't know if it was the Audubon or not. I really don't know. But there were spots with no speed limits. And so we would drop the hammer to see what we could get out of her. And it was a lot of fun. So I might post some of those videos. You'll hear me squeal a little bit every once in a while. We weren't actually going that fast, but it looks a little faster because obviously it's in kilometers and it's a little intimidating. But anyway, going back to our lesson. Our quote of the day is when life leaves you feeling nerfed, don't focus on untangling the entire knot. Find one strand and start there. Sounds great, right? When you ever feel those moments when just everything feels a little chaotic and you just maybe don't even know where to start. But if we just pick one thing, then we can go unnerf ourselves. And I don't know if this is a word, like a verb or an adjective, but we're going to just use it in all the ways in the sentence. So we're just going to rock it because I think it's a make-believe word anyway. Joan, I appreciate your sense of humor with this word. So what I looked into is, okay, how do we get untangled? How do we unnerf ourselves when we're in that moment? So first of all, going back to that quote, stop trying to solve everything at once. So if you're like me and you're trying to figure out the train, will just figure out the first step, figure out what platform to get on, and then go from there. Just figure out that one step, and then you can figure out the next one once you get there. Two, anybody ever have busy brains where you just have all these thoughts just running around? Well, if you have that down, write down what's swirling around in your head. Take a moment and just write it down. I had this, somebody told me this once upon a time, and I need to start doing it again, where they keep a notebook and a pencil. not a pen, because a pencil is more apt to work in the middle of the night because pens can be a little touchy. And if you have all these ruminating thoughts going on, just take a moment, write it down, even in the dark. With that pencil, it'll be sloppy the next day, but that's a way that you can unnerve your brain, get those thoughts on paper so that you can release them. Number three is identify the one thing that matters the most right now. So maybe you're having a hard moment, you're struggling with that form or whatever it may be. Figure out what the one critical thing is and do that and release the rest of it if you can. Four is to ask for help when you're stuck. So reach out to somebody that maybe is able to do something that you are struggling with and see if they can help you. Five is to take action before you fully feel ready. That one can be hard. Six is to break large problems into ridiculously small steps. And I'm going to, you guys are just going to hear about trains because these have been the bane of my existence for this week. They've been a struggle. And I literally told ChatGPT, I sent it a picture of my train ticket and I said, pretend that we weren't pretending, pretend that I am an idiot. Explain this to me in one step at a time, more detail than you think anybody needs, because I needed it. And you know what? I made it on that train. So I'll tell you, break it down into itty bitty steps that can help you when you're struggling in that moment. Number seven is give yourself permission to be a beginner. We all started at something, right? At one time. We're not all experts at everything. Some of us might not be experts at anything. So go be a beginner. Go be brave enough to learn that new thing, because guess what? That's really exciting. Eight, remember that confusion is often a sign that we're just learning something new. So we're just gathering skill while we're a little bit confused. Just keep going through the process. Next is laugh at the chaos occasionally. We're all going to have rough days that drive us crazy. Laugh at it, because we have a choice, right? My sister Karen likes to say she's either going to laugh or she's going to cry. So she's going to choose to laugh. So let's lean into the laugh sometimes. And then lastly, number 10, keep moving, because motion is going to help us create a little bit of clarity so we can get unnerved. So I liked it. It was a fun word, Coach.
I love the word. It was great for me. It was a great learning lesson for me. So happy Friday, everybody. We love you. We're grateful for you, and have a great weekend out there. See you guys.
Have a beautiful weekend. See you back on
Have a
Monday.
good weekend, everyone.
Happy Friday.